Hello Cheesers and welcome to another video on the finals. This is going to be 50 part 2. So if you missed part 1, I put that up yesterday, and this is a 3-parter. It's going to be a whole tourney. I've mostly been doing the upload a single round, and it's generally like round 1 or round 2 of a tourney. That's kind of what I've changed to doing. And sometimes I'll upload a final, but that's definitely more rare. But for this one, 3-parter, doing the whole tourney because we got the 50 bomb and 30k plus damage, which was a goal of mine to try to get in one of these games. So yeah, part 1, that was yesterday, and I think it was pretty sure it was just a clean 20 bomb for that round, which you kind of need. Like, it's kind of hard to, if you're not getting 20 bombs or close in these first 2 rounds, going for like that many elims, like it's going to be hard to do because obviously the final, it's a little bit harder to get high numbers. It's a lot easier for a final to end a lot quicker, especially if you're playing solo queue. If you're playing with a team and you want to be really rude and extend the final and hope the other team doesn't quit to try to pump up the numbers a little bit, you could do that. I think I may have done that once back in the day, but I usually don't do that because, well, one, it honestly feels kind of rude. I'm not above some body shots or some tea bags here or there, but that one's just like next level rude. So I usually don't do that, but if it's something, and it also feels kind of cheap in my opinion too. So yeah, usually something I don't do, but that is something that you can do, which is kind of funny to try to extend it. But if you're not doing stuff like that, yeah, you kind of have to have like 20 bombs or close to it in these first couple rounds, and I had 20 in that first run, or in that first one from yesterday, and I won't spoil how many I have in this one, but obviously it's got to be a decent amount. But we'll wait and see, let the gameplay play out. But yeah, so obviously I'm doing these, getting these videos out from this tourney because this feels like kind of the culmination of like what I was trying to do in the game before this first hopefully big update comes out of the season. Was a little bit of a combination of me going for this like personal goal for this 50 bomb tourney, and then also like I'm working on Emerald and World Tour, and I'm really close to it. Yesterday I got to I want to say, well, I'm at the last level of Diamond. I want to say I'm about 130 win points off or something like that. I think it's around that many. So when I get on today, I'm gonna try to get there. I'm gonna try to get to Emerald. I don't know if I'll play much more than that. Don't know. Yeah, if I'll grind much more once I get it. But I've just been wanting to get to it, and I'm really close to it. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, obviously got this goal for the particular game, and should be hitting the Emerald goal for sure before the update comes out as well. So pretty exciting stuff. Obviously, I think I'm going to, well, we'll have to see how it works out, but I think I'm going to try to start the ranked grind once that update comes out, regardless of the changes in it. Like I said, I kind of, want to see some changes to the grenade launcher and stuff like that. But like regardless of how they are, I imagine I will start the ranked grind after that update. I don't want to like just play World Tour for a whole month. I have been having fun with it, but now that it's been 2 weeks, I've definitely hit the point where if I'm just using the Pike, I'm not gonna be playing for 6 hours in a sesh of World Tour. I could do like 2 hours of that, and obviously I can mix things up here or there and keep things interesting and try out some different weapons. But I don't know. The ranked experience is just like when it hits, it's really fun in this game, and keeps things interesting. So I really want to get back to doing that. And then also it's fun just like doing the climb, seeing the progression of your rank and actually like getting to where you want to be, or trying to figuring things out, having better results in the games. I think that's really fun. And like World Tour is fun, but again, especially like solo queue, can only go for big games and grind out these win points for so long, especially when I'm getting so close to Emerald. So yeah, so expect a switch up pretty soon. Expect some ranked stuff soon. I don't know if I would do any other game types or anything besides World Tour or Ranked. I know there's other stuff I could play. I mean, honestly, Power Shift might be decent to screw around in for trying out a different weapon for a video. That might not be a bad idea, doing something like that. But yeah, expect some switch ups here, because I know a lot of the stuff that I've been doing has been pretty. I hate the grenade launcher. Has been pretty, similar, and I definitely want to change that up a little bit. Probably still do the weapon videos though. Obviously, I still got to. I've just been using the frickin' pike so much. I've still got to do the ones on the other new weapons. I've got to do the one on the light shoddy, which I'm not looking forward to because I don't love it. I got to do the one on the deagles too, which that's at least pretty legit, because I do think the deagles are. Pretty good. Inconsistent, but I do think they're pretty good. So I need to kind of get on that. But now that we're at this point in the game, I do want to talk about the game itself a little bit. So, like I was talking about in the last one, you have to. It's tough to go for these big games. Like, you kind of have to manage covering your own cash outs. So right now, obviously, we just got that plug, and I was getting turned right there, and we got that purple team off us. And the plug was really huge because that alone gave us a big boost in money, and we're in a really good position for this game. Wipe that purple team, and now already, like in a normal situation or in like a ranked game situation, I would be thinking about just staying on the point, but going for this big game. And then also the fact that I'm using the pike, I want to get some height advantage here. Now, unfortunately the cash outs were like too staggered. That other one just went through. So the opportunity for me to go over there and to kind of like mess with them a little bit is kind of just gone here. So can't really do that. So instead, just getting away from the point, getting some height advantage with the pike, and trying to take advantage of that. But as I'm finding out here, we're seeing there's not really too much. So here I make a play call about halfway through. I don't think anybody was wiped, and I was like, well, it kind of looks like the lobby's given up on fighting us. And even if they do take it, the only team that could really mess things up is Orange. And here I'm fighting Orange. I find out, but yeah, that's the only team that could really mess things up. Because obviously if Orange took ours and then they got it, they would be in the lead and they could be in a position to grief us out potentially. But right now, as long as I'm fighting Orange over here, Orange should not be able to steal ours. And if we get ours, we're in a incredible position. If we don't get ours and one of the other teams, like if Pink steals it, that honestly doesn't really do a whole lot either. We should still be pretty safe. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I just looking at the situation, I can absolutely get away with this. We can go over here, fight over the vault, go for some kills, and see what we can get here. See what we can add to the stats. And obviously, this gives us bits of money too. Like, if I am dropping another 20 bomb, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Now that's 500 instead of 200. I'm getting what, like 10k. Just from I'm giving our team 10k. Which is the cash out that we just earned, by the way, just purely off of a limbs, which is actually a lot. So if you can do stuff like this, I could see this actually like making a difference in a ranked situation. Like if you know that you're safe on a cash out, if you can go grief and just get some kills. I've had some pretty close games that come down to that, like 500 or $1,000. Like they end up being pretty close. They come down to kills. So it's actually pretty useful for the objective as well. Again, like 10k. That is an entire cash out just off of a limbs. Like, oh, that was a sick hook from the teammate. I loved that. I was so turned. That was awesome. That was a pretty sick highlight. Shout out to the heavy on that one. That was awesome. But yeah, so if you can get away with stuff like this, like, I don't know. I think a lot of people in the game will look at playing this way as, not doing a whole lot for the team. And it can be, and it can be pretty stat patty for sure. But 10k is a lot. Just from going for something like this. So, I think that people could potentially underrate a little bit, like how useful this could be. And I'm not saying that you're going to be like farming kills in ranked games and in every ranked lobby, and that's going to be like a legitimate strategy all the time. But in certain situations, not just in World Tour, yeah, I do. I think there could be a difference made there. But there's the end of this game, and we did get the 20 back-to-back 20s, set us up really well. For the rest of the tourney. And yeah, only one more part to this. So we'll see you guys for that one. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, just need 10 more to get there, and not that much damage too. So should be good.